everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of things I'm not repurchasing. I have already done the full face of things or products I hated, so this is going to be the products I don't want to repurchase. So not necessarily hate, I'm not going to finish using them right now. I will still keep using all these products, but I won't go as far to repurchase them because they just didn't work for me. This is not a hate video, it's not a like don't purchase these sort of things. This just didn't work for me, like the colors or whatever. Like it just, I'll explain it in the video of course, each product, but it just didn't work for me. I'm using them, they're not terrible products, I just won't go as far as to repurchase them. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and let's get into it. Okay, so I'm actually going to start with brows. So the brow pencil I decided that I liked but not enough to repurchase was precisely my brow pencil by Benefit. I just don't know how, I don't know. I like that it's double-ended, so you've got a spoolie on one end and then obviously the product on the other, but I don't know, there's just something about it. Like, it's good, don't get me wrong, but it's just nothing great. Well, it's, I don't know, I like it but not enough that I would buy it again. It is quite hard, so it's not as waxy as some others, and yeah, I don't know, the color's really good. I would try a lot of their other brow products. I'd love to try the actual pomades, but as far as this goes, you can get a lot of the same thing for a lot cheaper. So it just does not, I don't know, I just can't see the value in purchasing another one when I can get the same thing cheaper. But of course I will use this all the way through, but it works, it does its job, and I can see why people like it. Just personally, I think it's good, not great though. So the concealer I decided that I wanted to use in this video was the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I have the shade Fair 5. I love the applicator, I love the idea, I love the price. However, it oxidizes so badly that I just cannot, even if it's $6, I just cannot see myself buying another one. It's really irritating about how much it oxidizes, and it is very like liquidy. See, it just, I don't know. If they made it a lot thicker and if it didn't oxidize, I would be all over this like a rash, but yeah, I don't know. It's just annoying because you spend all this time picking out shades in your products and then they change when they apply. So I just don't like that. Now moving in to a foundation. This I actually just uploaded a video with and I loved it. This is the BH Cosmetics Liquid Foundation Naturally Flawless in the shade Ivory Beige, which is 209. I tried this out, it is really good coverage, it's a good color, but then I wore it a couple times and it goes patchy as. For that reason, I mean, it was like $6 or something. It was pretty cheap, and for that reason, like, that's so good. So if I am ever on like the BH Cosmetics website, and not that I see this one, but I don't know, I'd try the other foundations out, but I just, yeah, I was not a fan of the way it lasted, and I like to, I don't know, I like to make sure that my foundations are long lasting, so that just didn't work well for me. So that is the reason I'm putting this in here. I just would not buy it again for that fact alone. I don't want to be caught in the middle of the in the day and know that my foundation's not gonna last or something. Just, I don't want to worry about weird things like that. So yeah, as you can see, This covers so well. There are only a few spots that aren't really covered, but I can't really bother doing another coat. I just love how it looks. Coat 1 looks good. You know, it dries really, really well. It has a lot of positives to it, purely for the fact that 1, I have to buy it online, and 2, it does not last very long, and it patches a lot around my mouth, which is just not a good look. That's the only 2 reasons I would not repurchase this. Next, I'm moving on to cream contouring. So this I'm actually super, super, super disheartened about. I honestly was going to save this. Actually, I may save this for a products, like, not that I hated, but like I really disliked. I fell in love with the Hoola, is it the Do the Hoola, like, cream contouring stuff. I loved it. The color was amazing. And so when I saw that they brought out a stick version of the Hoola bronzer, I was like, yes. But it is not the same. Like, it's just not the right color. It is not as, like, warm as either of the other Hoola products. So I'm just really confused. I find it really, like, blends out ashy. And I don't know, I just was not in love with it. I look so weird, but whatever. I was super disheartened by this. I was let down. This doesn't blend out very well. Well, it blends out, but kind of, I feel like it blends into nothing. And it mixes with your foundation, so it's invisible. Then, going back in with the No Filter Concealer. Let's just put some around here. Look at the color difference. Like, this is such a light color over here, and then under my eyes it's just turned to a different color. So yeah, as I said, this the concealer works, but the fact that it oxidizes just really grinds my gears, so I don't like it. Next, I'm going to set my face down with the Essence Mattifying Compact Powder in the shade Light Beige. This is what it looks like here. It looks like a blush, honestly, in person, and it smells weird. And that's why I'm not going to repurchase it. It makes my face smell like an old curtain. I don't know if it even mattifies. I don't know. I think it does, but it just smells really weird. And that is why I will not repurchase. Obviously, if I'm in a pickle and there's like a shortage of powders, I will buy this because it was like $3. Actually, that's why it was like 10. No, for $4. Then for bronzer, I am taking the Too Faced Sun Bunny Natural Bronzer. This is like a duo one. I just kind of mix them together. I won't repurchase this because it's really orangey. Like, really orange? What's that noise outside? I mean, if it came in like a pack, I would still use it. But like, you can't put it around your whole head because it's shimmery, and I don't know, just, I think it's too orange. The color is just a bit off. For bronzer, I am taking my BH Cosmetics Blush Neutrals 26 color eyeshadow and blush palette. I spoke about this in one of my last videos, and I actually made a pretty decent look with it. So, but we're not talking about the eyeshadows here. I'm talking about the blushes. I will not repurchase this purely because there's 5 blushes. What is that? That's not a blush. That's not a blush. So really you're left with 3. I used that as a lid color last time. So you're down to these 2. I'm going to take this one. And does a decent job. Like, it's blush, good pigment. But I'm not going to ever repurchase this for the one blush. That's just silly. We are on to highlighter. Now this is probably something I didn't want to have to say that I would never repurchase when I bought it, because it was $50. But it is the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Foundation, oh my god, highlighter. I love the packaging. It's really hard to freaking open, but I just do not like it. It looks really strange. Like, it's like when you take the first layer of it off, it then just changes texture completely. I just don't like it. It's too pink. And I don't know. I just never find myself reaching for it, and I would just never buy it again. And I don't actually think I buy many of the Fenty Beauty stuff. Like, none of them really speak to me. This particularly to just, I don't know, it's way too pink. Okay, moving on to eyes. The palette that I will never repurchase again is the Huda Beauty Warm Obsessions palette. I spoke about this when I did a review and tutorial on this. This was $48. And you get 9 shadows. That's not the point. I like the variation in colors. I just think the formula is terrible. It's not good at all. Like, it was just a struggle to blend a lot of it out. And yeah, I was just not a fan at all. I think I've used it once since filming that video, and that video was the first time I filmed or used it at all. So yeah, you can definitely make some good looks out of it, don't get me wrong. And I will use it because it was freaking expensive. But I would probably never consider using it, not using it, buying it again. And that is why it is in this. I guess I could tell you which ones I'm using. I am taking this brown shade right here. I just used that for the transition. Then I'm going to just go full on and dip into this red one right here. I really wasn't even a fan of it. Well, I wasn't a fan of it when I did the first review. I'm just blending it out now. So that still hasn't changed. I won't be purchasing any of their other Obsessions palettes purely because of this. I also don't like how dark the gold in the middle is very dark. And I'm just going to take this dark plum and mix it with the darker brown. These colors blend into nothing. These are so dark. I'm just going to take that weird gold shade on my finger because this is the only way that I got any payoff from it, was to rub it all over my lid with my finger. This is just one of those things that proves that price does not equal quality. I just think that gold is so off, like, with the rest of the palette. Okay, now for mascara. The mascara I'm taking, I actually have mixed feelings if I will ever purchase it again, but probably not because it was like literally $60. This is the Marc Jacobs Omega Lash. The reviews on this were fantastic. It was raving and all that sort of stuff. The brush is super cool. I have to use this along with another mascara to get anything out of it. It just does not do anything for my lashes, like, at all. It just leaves them exactly where they were. That literally sucked so bad. The lips, well, you can pretty much see that that mascara did not work. And no way I'm not repurchasing it. And it was really expensive, so it should work. Next, I'm taking the Too Faced Melted Longwear Lipstick, liquefied lipstick, in the shade Chihuahua. Now, there are a few reasons I'm not crash hot about this. The smell is not one of them because it smells amazing. I don't like this because it's not incredibly pigmented. Like, you really have to build it up. And 2, I hate the applicator. It's so hard to use and it feels weird on your lips. To finish off things I am not repurchasing, I'm new Instant Matte Makeup Setting Spray, which has got Evermatte in it, and it's oil free from Essence. I'm not repurchasing this because I don't think it does anything. Ah, it's really cold actually, oh my god. But that is wholly and solely why I'm not going to repurchase it. I just don't think it does anything but wet my hair. which is not what I'm after. But thank you so much for watching this video, even though it was just random and full of my weird opinions and stuff like that. But this was just a whole video like of things that I just didn't like enough to repurchase. It's not that I hated them, I just didn't want to go as far as to repurchase them again just because I didn't like them that much. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already, and if you haven't, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!